Hi there, Cher Johnston here. This project is probably going to take me a while, and I don't know. I'm I'm probably going to record bits and pieces of it. So this is a monogram that I designed because in my book I didn't like the way it was designed. But I did 2 lines of stem stitch on either side of where I want this. This one I finished already. But I put 2 lines of stem stitch in. Now I'm going to do a raised stem stitch. So I'm going to go under this. I also filled in these bars, and then I switched to a um, tapestry needle. Tapestry needle is like a chenille needle, but it has a blunt tip so that it won't get caught on the fabric. And I can go underneath these little rungs and not get caught. So I'm going forward 2, forward 3 and back 2. So I'm skipping 1, 2, 3 and back 2, and then 1, 2, 3 and back 2, and 1, 2, 3 and back 2. So I'm going to do this over and over and over again and fill it in. When I get to the end, I'm going to pass the thread through the bottom and start again at the, pass it through from the top to the bottom, and then go and then do this again, and then I'll go on to the next step, and I will show you what's going to be next when I'm there. Well, I have a beautifully calm, quiet day here today. I'm doing a little more work on this monogram, and I thought I'd come on and do a rose, ribbon rose. I have a very short piece of ribbon here. I might not be able to finish it, but I'll get at least a few things in here. This rose is a French knot and a fly stitch. And I never know exactly how it's going to go until the stitch is there. Sometimes I tack it down very, very close, and I pull until it looks right. That looks pretty good. This one, I think this next one is going to come up. So it shows in front of the letter. And then it's just going to come around to about here. and there, and then I'm gonna go through the back of my work here just to end this thread off. Go. My backing fabric here is a towel, kitchen towel that I used when I was doing watercolor. Sometimes it looks really cool and I like it to use for other things, and sometimes it just looks funny and I use it for backing things. I'm not gonna iron this because I keep it on a clothespin so that it doesn't get wrinkled. And then I'm going to knot it by going like that through the end. And then I might do one more fly stitch starting here. I'm going to go just over to here. And this time I'm just going to poke through and then go back up just because. Off camera, sorry. Because sometimes it's hard. I'm working in a hoop today because I don't want the stitches to pull the fabric in too much. That looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to fill in with a couple of straight stitches. So I'm just going to lay it down here where I think it'll look nice. Maybe like that. And then pierce the ribbon and pull through. Then I'm going to do one more over this way. This time I want it to kind of come out a little bit. And I want it to come right about there, I think. All right. Then I'm going to do a bud over here. And for a rosebud, I just do a detached chain stitch. There we go. Okay, I'm going to work some more on this off camera. I'm going to do um, more leaves like that. And I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to work on this a little bit more. I added some little white colonial knots, and I decided that it needs to have a little, another rose up here or up here somewhere. So I'm going to strengthen this line there and fill this in a little bit, and maybe that should go that way. I probably should draw something in for myself, but let's just wing it for a minute. Maybe I can make that work. I've probably already talked about working in a hoop and why I don't like it. I don't really like it, but I think for this it's important so that it doesn't get stretched out of shape. It's harder to do the sewing method like this. And I'm just not used to working in a hoop. Um, I did years ago. You know, we all worked in hoops years ago. That was the rule. And I do a lot more embroidery now. Now that it's okay to not use a hoop. Anyway, I'll shut up. I'll just stop the jibber jabber so I can make this go faster. Or maybe I'll just get rid of the sound when I edit. Do that when I say stupid things. Which is often. Gosh, I hope I'm on camera. Yep. What do you know? Okay, I think I'm going to park that, and I'm going to get some more ribbon and go take this up around here. I'll be back. Okay, I have a number 22 chenille needle, and this is, I think it's 4mm silk ribbon, and the color is Tuscan Olive. It's from, oh, what's the name of that place? I'll think of it. Just give me a minute. So I sort of drew in what I want to do here. I was going to start here and go under this, but I think I need to start here and go over to here and then under. Anyway, we'll see how it looks. So I'm going to start from here. Just making sure I'm not trying to go through ribbon. And I have a needle parked there. So I'm going to go here. I'm doing a oh, come on, where are your words today? I'm doing stem stitch here. And this is from Color Streams. This is the cotton from Color Streams. This is same color that is. This is I do like this. No, this is going to go down here. And it's going to come back up like here. Yeah, that looks nice. And then again with my stem stitch, I'm taking a stitch back and then pulling through. And then I go like forward 3 and back 2. And I have to keep the ribbon to the bottom. I have to go all the way to the back, just underneath those threads there. And I'm following my line that I made. And now I need to go under this. I don't have to go under all the fabric, just underneath that. Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? So sometimes I really wish I could talk to another artist and say, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Because I want to do another rose. Probably not a big deal whether it goes on this side or that side. I think I'm going to put it here. I can always draw it in with my pen and see what I think. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. All right, I'm gonna go get the ribbon for the rose, and I'll be back. All right, so I drew the rose in there. I'm gonna point it this direction. So I'm gonna start with a French knot. I think that's what I did, was a French knot, and not a colonial knot. I don't want to pull it too tight, just pull it tight enough. Then a fly stitch starting over there. I'm going to go down here and back up there and wrap. My neighbors are being very noisy outside. I might have to cut the audio. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Let's leave that like that. Then let's do another one. Let's start right here. To really work on staying on camera. Oh, and I thought I'd show this to you. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I park my needles. I'm not through with those, so I like to park them off. I've also got this one sort of parked over here, because I'm going to use that thread again, and I don't want to just end off. Let's go here and up to there. And this way I have that thread it's still there, waiting patiently. That looks pretty nice. I never know until I'm pulling the stitch in how it's going to look, because the threads get kind of twisted up sometimes. Let's see. Maybe we'll not do another fly stitch. Let's just do a straight stitch there. And another one from here. Sometimes I look at the back to make sure that I've got the thread pulled through all the way. Sometimes I can just feel it with my thumb. Running out of ribbon also. Don't know. I don't want that covered. That looks funny. All right. Whatever. It's fine. Let's see, do I want to go? Let's go here. All right, I think that's enough. And then I might have enough for, oh my gosh, I don't know. Why do I do this to myself? I'm going to have enough, but I don't know if I'll have enough to tack it down. Nice. All right. Just enough. Ta-da! All right. Let's take this one and need to go. Let's cut this off. Don't need that dangling around. Now I want to go up here with this. I'm going to continue the stem stitch just a little bit there. Nice. Now I'm going to do a stab stitch here. And another one on this side. I sometimes hold my breath. You ever do that when you're doing something? Hold your breath a little too long. All right, now I'm going to do some stab stitches for this one. Nice. I wonder if I can fix that with a piece of thread because I don't like the way that's laying there. All right, let's do, I think I'm going to do a little I'm going to do a calyx. I think if I do a French knot, nice, and then I don't know if it needs to be covered or not, but let's do that. Kind of a big calyx, isn't it? Okay. Well, that's it for now. I have to figure out where I'm going with this, and I might need to do some more off camera. Back. Okay, this is where I'm at right now, and I'm trying to decide if it's done or if it needs a little bling, some beads or something. I think I'm going to sleep on it.